Afternoon. I'd just start with this. Defensively, when you're really your first six possessions, we get interception. We get a stop on fourth down. Will Harris made a heck of a play. And then, they have a victory to go in. They have 15 seconds right before halftime, so they kneel it. And then you come back out, and 3rd and 11, you get a stop. Kirby knocks it down, and then you come back with an interception, which was after we had an interception offensively. So defense got the ball back. That was big. I mean, defensively set the tone. Now, the other good thing was we complimented each other because then once they mounted a drive and scored offensively, man, we answered back with a score the very next possession. So, at the end of the day, we did play complimentary football. These guys played hard, and I was proud of them.
It's hard to come by wins, obviously, during your tenure, and ending the losing streak especially. How different does a win feel for you and inside the building, even for everybody involved with the team?
Yeah, I mean, it gives you a little more, just feel like you rebound just a little quicker, That's probably the best way to say it. It just feel like you get the wind under your wings a little bit faster. That's all. So it's good. Everybody puts a lot of work into it, obviously. It's hard to win in this league, but that's the name of the game, and it's what it's all about, man. It's fun. It's fun.
Is there, with such a tough week last week, and even the week before that with Sheila saying that she believed in the leadership and the process between you and Brad, does a win, after everything we went through so recently, does it provide any extra validation or something like that you guys are on the right track?
Yeah, Carlos, I think, I don't know validation. I just know that I do feel like that we're going the right direction. I know the wins are not there, though we just got one there. I like the improvement. I would like to be in a better place than we are, certainly. I feel like we should have at least 2 more wins here, and that's on me. But certainly to get a win for win's sake, for winning, goes a long way. And, we got a chance this week to win on the road the first time since I've been here, to win back-to-back games, win another division game. So for us, we got a lot to play for, obviously.
Do you ever allow yourself to think what could have been, Minnesota, had that gone different, like how this season might look different right now?
No, I mean, those things transpire after the game immediately for the first 2 days, and then I got to just let it go because there's nothing I can do about that anymore other than learn from those maybe errors that transpired or things that I didn't feel like I did well or we didn't do well as a team to move forward from there. But as far as looking back, that'll do me no good. I don't want to dwell in all that, what could have been. Make the corrections and we move on.
We talked to Calvin Shepard a couple weeks ago, and he was asked about Derek Barnes. He said, look, I love the trajectory that player's on. You guys have kind of reduced his snaps a little bit. Malcolm played a part of that. But giving him stuff that he does really, really well, and Calvin thought he was really on the right track. Was that the best that you've seen him play? Obviously asked to take on a bigger role with Malcolm.
Yeah, by far. By far, that was his best performance. He did. He played I thought he played well last night. When you go back and watch the tape, it was even better than that. So he played really well. And he's continued to improve every week, and he really stepped up. And really, he and Kirby had 2 of the best performances on defense yesterday. Thought Mike Hughes played well. I thought Alex played well. I thought Will Harris played well. Now there's all those guys on defense really top to bottom played pretty good football, but those guys were particularly did well. So yes, it's good to see though, and that's good, to get him in there and see him play at the level that he played at, because he was productive. He was all over the field. So, that's good for us.
Has Jamal Williams surprised you at all over these last 2 years? I mean, I think when he was brought in, I think he was probably meant to be more of a complementary to Swift a little bit, but his durability and what he's been able to do over these last 2 years, have anything about his production surprised you at all?
No, No, he's exactly what I thought he would be, and I mean that in a good way. Like I love dependability. I love to know what a player brings to the table. Like he is one of our most consistent players week in and week out. Like you know exactly what you're going to get out of him. You know exactly what he's going to do for you. The production in the run game. You know how he's going to protect. You know that in the pass game, the check down, he's going to be exactly where he's supposed to be. He's as steady as they come. So, you know, he's been a solid force for us, man. I'm glad we got him.
Kind of mentioned a few of these names already, but you've been mixing and matching in the secondary for the last couple of weeks, looking for that right combination between Hughes, Jerry, and Will, kind of being in different roles or roles in general. How did you like it when you reviewed the film? Is that a combination you like moving forward for now at least?
Yeah, we liked it a lot. There again, I thought it was good to see. We got Mike off of the. He came back from an injury, so. I thought he looked really well on the edge, on the perimeter, and so did Jerry. And that was the plan, is to work Jerry in as well and let those guys play. And we like both of them. And we love Will at the nickel. Man, he really stepped in there and played well. You guys know Will's our Swiss Army knife, man. He can do a lot of things for us. We needed him to play nickel, and I thought he really stepped up and played a physical game, run and pass.
In the secondary, one piece that probably wasn't in the puzzle going in was C.J. Moore. Talk a lot about trust. You put him out there in a big moment against an all-time great quarterback. He makes one of the biggest plays in the game. Why did you go with C.J. there, and what do you think about what he can offer you the rest of the way?
Well, the good news about C.J., there is carryover. And he was one that was hard for us at the end of camp to do what we felt like we had to do just for the roster. We didn't want to lose him, but we felt like we had to do it at that moment. And so Brad and I had our eye on CJ the whole time. We knew we had to get through the injury settlement period. And then when we had a chance to get him back, because he's a huge he's a pivotal piece to our special teams, first off, but he also understands the defense. He's been a part of it. He's a guy that, it means a lot to him. He cares. He's a professional. And the guys love him, man. He's an energy guy.
With Amani, he had a limited role this week against the Packers. How do you see him fitting into the framework of this defense moving forward?
Yeah, I see Amani. Look, he was a pro, man. He came in. He worked last week. He helped us on special teams. He's ready on defense when needed, and I see him just continuing to work and practice. And at some point we're going to need him again.
Danny, you're enjoying the win, and you look up and the quarterback you're going to face next, you find out he ran for 178 yards. How quick does that snap you back?
Yeah, well, it did last night when I saw it. So I was already with my feet up on the couch. I thought I was going to relax, but I saw that. So
Did you get the beer?
yeah, I did. But yeah, he's listen. They're doing a really good job with him. I haven't gotten through all of it yet, but I've watched a little bit, and they're doing a heck of a job. Just they built it around his strengths and what he's able to do, and we all know he's a hell of an athlete, and he can hurt you with his legs and his arm. So it'll be a big test.
Running quarterbacks that got you guys so far this year. And so what's the point of emphasis with this one? I know it's early in the game plan stuff.
Well, maybe we won't talk about running quarterbacks this week. We'll just not even make an emphasis on it, see what happens.
Malcolm finished with the
I'm
game.
coming back to you.
He had like an elbow brace on. Just what happened? How is he right now?
Yeah, we're finding that out right now. He's able to go back in and do a little bit, but I know he irritated it. We'll see where he feels over the next few days.
Potential misses time out.
I'm not sure.
Dave got me. I was going to ask for an update on Malcolm. But Kirby too is
He's in the protocol.
Protocol.
Yeah, but there again, we're early in the process. We're certainly hopeful. I feel like he falls in the same category as Saint and Brock Wright have over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I just want to ask you about the challenge there late in the second quarter there. How important was that, the reversal and all that? It just seemed to change at least momentarily anyway.
It was huge. It was good to get one. It was big, and that's one of those where we're looking at it up in the booth, and there was enough movement to throw the flag, and it was a good call. That was.
Was it cut and dry? Were you pretty sure they were going to win?
Well, I'd say this. John Dykema is upstairs. He's the one. You know, I was on with him asking him, is it a catch, no catch, and you know, and so when he came back yelling, throw it, I knew it was 100%. It was definitely we were going to get it. So it worked out good.
Really quickly on the Swift Dan, seemed like he was trying to get in the game a couple times, and Deuce was holding him back. You guys really cut his role from his week last week coming back to this week. Where's he at physically? Are you concerned that you're not going to be able to build him up much more than what he played this week?
Yeah, well, we're hopeful that what we gave him this week, we didn't feel like was it was too much. You know, we feel like there certainly wasn't a setback, and we gave him enough plays to where we feel like he could handle it, and yet we could use the things that he does well. And so we're hopeful we can give him a little bit more this week.
Your thoughts on Victory Mondays? Do you believe in it?
I do. I just it's a little early right now, but I do. You know, I do. Hopefully we can use those. That would be great. I would love to give them out. Oh yeah, I got you. All right, I'll keep that in mind. All right.